Hello everybody, I am Suhail Ahmed, a research fellow at the University of Glasgow. I am here today to present our work in progress about urban inequality in the Global South. Case study of SHLC, case study cities. This work is jointly conducted by my colleague Ramzi and Gideon. I will briefly discuss definitions and key concepts of inequality and why it matters in urban contexts. Then I will discuss some background context of case study countries, followed by some statistical background of case study cities. Then I will discuss some of the correlates in qualitative and quantitative terms of existing inequality in case study cities and reflect over it. Inequality means the unfair situation in society when some people have more opportunities or endowments than other people. Conceptually, we understand it in three groups: social dimension, urban processes, social and cultural processes. In social dimension, inserts a specific group of social actors in a social system, often termed as integration and inclusions. The second group is more closely linked to urban processes such as segregation and spatial polarization, and even urban dualism, for example, slum and non-slum. And the third group is related to social and spatial processes such as stigmatization and discrimination based on gender, caste, and religion, etc. Why it matters? Inequality is a major threat to sustainable development, equally applicable to multiple levels, global to local. It poses major contemporary challenges in cities of the Global South. The Sustainable Development Goals 10 seeks to reduce inequality within and among countries. In context of Sustainable Development Goal, inequality relates to inequality in opportunity, income, and power. It experiences to certain sections of society by virtue of their individual characteristics and special circumstances. Methodologically, I have used secondary data analysis in collaboration with the SHLC research task packages. National level data reveals there are significant variations in their position. Rwanda with 12 million population is the smallest country, and China with 1384 million is the largest country. The differences are 115 times. There is a huge variation of GDP per capita. 2100 USD in Rwanda to over 16,000 USD in China, about 8 times. Tanzania and Rwanda have highest population growth rate, 2.7% and 2.3% annually, whereas the lowest in China. Tanzania has the highest urban population growth rate. Over 50% of urban population in Bangladesh, Rwanda, and Tanzania live in slum. South Africa has the highest poverty level. Notably, South Africa also has the highest inequality measured by Gini index. It is notable that South Africa is the most unequal country but have the lowest slum share, whereas Bangladesh has the lowest inequality but highest slum share. It partly depends upon regional context and historical context, among others. Descriptive statistics of 14 cities reveal that our sample cities have significant variation in Gini coefficient between 0.31 Datong to 0.63 in Johannesburg. Similarly, there is a huge variation in unemployment rate. Correlation coefficient reveal that unemployment is highly correlated with inequality. A city with higher unemployment rate will have higher inequality and vice versa. Here the plot between unemployment rate and Gini coefficient clearly reveal a straightforward positive correlation between them. Here, Datong has the least unemployment rate and the least inequality, whereas Johannesburg has the highest unemployment rate and highest Gini coefficient. So far, we have discussed inequality based on income and consumption expenditure that are gathered from different sources. Based on data from case study cities, we found that informal built environment, informal employment, access to amenities, and absence of inclusive governance contribute to inequality. I will briefly discuss these 4 steps or points. Inequality is clearly manifested in the built environment, such as housing types and access to basic services. For example, out of 10 households, 8 in Kirali, 5 in Delhi live in some form of informal settlements. Partly, poor quality of built environment is the outcome of poor socioeconomic basis. Some of the case study cities have higher unemployment rates with large share of their population working in formal sectors, as we demonstrated earlier in Johannesburg case. These cities have considerable inequality in access to education and health care facilities. The spatial patterns of these inequalities are further manifested by other factors such as caste dynamic in Delhi. And finally, absence of inclusive governance or lack of pro-poor governance lead to inequality. As scholars argue, inequality exists because of political choices. In conclusion, national level inequality are reflected in city level inequalities. For example, Johannesburg case. Case study cities reveal there is a wide variation in inequality based on income and consumption expenditure between cities. Also within city, but we didn't discuss here. This inequality exist in multiple sectors: built environment, economy, access to education and health. Therefore, sectoral and integrated approach using inclusive governance would be useful to converge inequality. Currently, most of the cities adopt reactive rather than proactive planning approaches. Indeed, appropriate urban planning policies with long-term spatial plan formulation can address the ills of rapid urbanization, including addressing informal settlements, poverty, and spatial fragmentation. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward for discussion. Bye.